What is up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Online video. In today's video I'll be going through a little efficiency tip that will constantly be making you money, and it may even be a reminder to the higher level players, and that is to make sure that your camp business and the Moonshine business is always up and running no matter what it is you're trying to do. Now I know that is easier said than done. I know that there's problems with animals spawning in, which makes it harder for you to put animals through the trader business, and I also know if you went through the Moonshine business you don't have to supply animals, but it does tend to have a lot of problems with there being bugs and the game crashing, getting loading screens, losing your Moonshine, which means you cannot make money and you cannot make XP. And yes, it is incredibly irritating, and I am going through the exact same thing, but you'll still be making more money by going through the Moonshine role and going through the trader role, even though you know at some point you will hit a gameplay bug. With the trader business there are ways that you can force animals to spawn in, and yes, I totally agree that you shouldn't have to do this, but at this stage with the amount of problems within this game, this is currently what we have to do. I have done an in-depth video on this already. I'll leave a link in the description down below, as well as there'll also be a card on screen which will take you directly to that video. But you have a choice of going through Moonshine missions, legendary bounties, or even just stranger missions, as well as the bounty board, which can put you into private lobbies, which will then spawn a abundance of animals which you can hunt, put in the back of a hunting wagon depending on which one of those areas you're going in. Legendary bounties and also the stranger missions and bounty missions will let you have a bounty wagon, whereas the main Moonshine missions will not allow you to spawn in a hunting wagon. So depending on which area you go in, there's pros and cons to each, but there are ways around it where you can spawn animals in, and that way you can get animals by spending a bit of time within these solo lobbies, getting all the animals that you need, put in your hunting wagon, put in your satchel, put it on the back of your horse, and then go over to Cribs and donate all those animal parts to him. If you are in a solo lobby and you can be a very good hunter and you're getting all of these perfect carcasses and putting it in the back of a hunting wagon, you'll easily be able to fill up the trader business very easy. We're talking about maybe 30 minutes. What you might find as well is that after you've filled this trader business with all the animal parts, you may still have some animal carcasses left in your wagon, and they can stay there until the very next time you need to donate more animal parts to the trader business. With the Moonshine role, it's not as simple as finding ways around it like we're doing with the trader role. Instead, with this, it's random whether or not you're going to hit a bug which is preventing you from playing. On average, 1 in 4 of the deliveries that I'm doing end up being problematic for me, but that still means that 3 out of 4 are giving me money, and that's enough to cover for the losses as well as still give me more profit. With the deliveries, I'm probably getting a 20 out of 20 sell most of the time. There's probably some times where I'm hitting a 19, maybe even go down to 18, but it rarely goes any lower than that, which means most of the time I'm still hitting $200 every time I do a delivery. On the day, it depends whether or not I'm going to be doing bootlegger missions. Most of the time at this stage, the fact that I'm ranked 20, I don't really bother with bootlegger missions, even though it can make me more money because it reduces the cost of mash. But say every time I'm putting in $50, for 4 times I'm putting in $200, I get that back through 1 delivery, plus then there's another 2 that's profitable, so I'm making another $400 profit, and then there's probably 1 that I end up losing on, so I don't make any money on that. But that's still $400 profit over say 4 deliveries. Now that's not guaranteed for every single person. You might be encountering more bugs than what I'm encountering, but so far as things go, it's more profitable for me to do the Moonshine business despite hitting all of these bugs than for me to completely scrap the Moonshine business and not bother doing it. And it's the exact same with the trader role. Yes, it's very irritating for me to go out my way to go into a legendary bounty, a main Moonshine mission, or even go into a stranger mission just so I can try and get a private lobby, but in the long run it is still more profitable. So the message of the video is, if you are wanting to make money in this game, if you're a new player and you wanted to get to the ranks of the higher tier players, or you are just a high tier player but you just want to make more money, make sure that you have the Moonshine business up and running, and make sure you have the trader business up and running, because as soon as they're up and running, they are constantly making money in the background whilst you can go off and do a bit of collecting, which will make you even more money. If you get to rank 20 as a Moonshiner, you'll be making anywhere between $226 going all the way up to $247.50 every single 48 minutes, I believe it is. Let's just say it's hour because it's easy to rank up. And then with the trader role, you are going to be making at least $62.50, but that also depends whether or not you're going to be doing a short distance delivery, because that is the price connected to that, or if you're going to be doing a long distance delivery, which is more risk but then you get more money for it. And with those, once they're set up, you do not have to do anything. This is Red Dead Online passive income. You do not have to do anything else to them. You may have to do a supply mission for the camp business just so it's operational, but that doesn't take long. You're talking about a matter of 10, maybe even 5 minutes. But anyway guys, that is just a small little tip to constantly be making money within Red Dead Online for beginner players. If you are a top tier player, then let us know in the comment section down below. Do you still do this, or have you completely stopped doing it? And I also want to know why. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, but for now, I'm going, so see ya.